thing. It's so hard to film yourself and DP at the same time. Because if we're not recording, I'm wasting my life.
The Obsessive DP.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Obsessive DP. I'm Ryan. Today we're going to go over something a little specific, something short. By the way, this is the show where you see high-level, industry standard, production grade, cinema quality video tips and tricks. Today we're going to go over something a little short and a little specific. A little specific. We had a client come to us that they were a lawyer and they had a bunch of other videos before, and they basically came to us asking for a Hollywood style cinema quality video. And so we said, let's do it.
I just want to keep on living.
But it's funny because we looked at his other videos and we realized that we feel like they didn't do a good job of capturing him in the best light. So I'm going to go over a few things that the other video crew did and how their video turned out, and what we did and how our video turned out. Side by side, to be able to decide what we did to turn this lawyer into a movie star, essentially. It's exaggerated, but it's kind of true. Here is the previous video. We did not do this. You see how he's like slunched? There's a lot of directing notes in this one, but there's also DP notes because there's a lot about angles and lensing and lighting at the same time. But you see in this video, he's really, is it slunched? Slouched? Slunched? He doesn't look powerful. He's a lawyer, and he's a multi-billion-dollar lawyer, and this is how he looks. You know, we took this and we're like, we can make this better. I remember watching this video in pre-production for his video and realizing how much better he's gonna look in our video. So he's slunched down, obviously. The camera's actually looking down a little bit. Our lens is looking down on him. You see, you're not really seeing under his chin. He's just kind of looking up a bit. Actually, he's looking down a bit. So when you have a low angle and our character is looking up, it looks like they're looking up, right? I'm looking up right now. I look more powerful than if I'm doing this. It's kind of just a subservient human thing. If you're taller, you're just a little more powerful. That's just kind of the way it is. People look up to you. If you are looked up to you, you look more powerful and you feel more powerful, and he does not look powerful here. Let's go to another shot. Here's just him walking in. I have a simple shot. He's just walking in. So how I would have shot this, you see how there's a lot of headroom there? I would have made sure that as he's walking in, he actually looks tall in frame, and then tilt up as he keeps walking to make sure he doesn't, cut off real quick. But the fact that there's that much headroom right there makes him look really short. It's not this wide epic frame. He is a little bit shorter, but he really looks short here because of how they filmed it. He also looks awkward. He doesn't look confident. That's a director note. A secret way to make people look more confident is to film in slow motion. There's something about that slow motion that makes people just look more epic when they're doing normal things. It's the fake way to make a more cinematic visual, and if that was slow motion, it would look better. I mean, it's a cool shot, has his logo, but he just looks like this. Again, just like nasty harsh light. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is real sunlight or whatever. It doesn't look good. And again, he's looking down. The camera's not looking up at him. Here, I mean, pretty much the same note. It doesn't look good. He doesn't look powerful. Kind of just like a wardrobe note. That looks terrible. I don't think we ever look up at him. And you really feel that. You feel like he's weaker than he is. That's the end of the spot. Let's jump to ours now. So this is the same person, same lawyer, shot obviously with completely different gear, completely different crew, because I don't know what they shot that on. Let's go to, there's some cool shots. Doesn't it look like a different person? And this isn't even our most powerful shot. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, he just looks pleasant here, right? He's kind of still doing his slouch thing, but I feel like it's working. We're not looking up at him specifically. He still looks better though. He still looks better. He looks pleasant. Here, looking up at him here at this final frame. Looks like a boss. He's got his big watch on. So it really is like the main thing we did here is make the light look good and then look up at him a little bit. Right here. Again, looking up at him. We look like an ant. We're about the point of view of an ant. He looks good. And he's just slouching still. He's not standing super tall. He looks epic. So, we look up at him as much as we can. Here's another frame looking up at him. One of my favorite shots we've done. It was so smooth. It was actually on the Ronin. Looks good. He's standing tall. We're looking up at him, looking up at him again, looking up at him. Every frame we're looking up at him. I love this frame. It's very basic. He's in a boardroom. He's talking to people, but he just looks good. Lighting on him is nice. A way to make someone look powerful is actually not just look at them from below, is light them from below. You know, they're above the lights. Like, that's how powerful this person is that he's actually, his eye line is actually above the lighting in the room. The lights are looking up at him. There's a fine line though between powerful and menacing. If the light is like right here, staring straight up, you're gonna get these crazy shadows in your eyes. That's menacing. That's like horror level. We didn't want to do horror level here. Again, looking up at him. Look at the nice specular in his eye. Pretty much all these shots are powerful. Look at his face. Look at the acting. That's directing, obviously. And we have some nice just side lights here. That's just natural from the window, but I love side lighting. Look at his hand. Look at his... it's so good. Looking up at him again as he's looking at the city. Looking up, looking up, looking up, looking up. Love this shot too. Looking up, and then this is the best. Like a House of Cards, Frank Underwood. That was the inspiration for this. Just contrast this shot with any of the other shots from the other spot. It's night and day. And there is a lot of directing. I'm not saying this is all DP. You know, as a DP, obviously you want to make the light look powerful, have the lights looking up, nice side lighting, and the camera tilted up just a tad. Makes him look powerful. And then the rest of this is really directing. Obviously there's a giant building behind him that makes him look like a boss too. Just the LA skyline. We're actually in the skyline. There's a PwC building. That's what we're in right here. It ends right there. This is the last shot of the spot, but it just ends boom like that. So those are just a few quick tips on making someone look powerful. Slow motion, look up at them, light them nicely, but light them a little bit from below so that the lights are also looking up at them. The rest is just directing, you know. Don't let them slouch. Don't let them smile. I mean, honestly, smile too much because you want them to have that grim, powerful look. We actually did that last shot with him smiling as well. You know, we got two options, smiling and looking grim, and the smiling just didn't work. You know, him looking like he did there equals powerful. So that's how we did it. Comment below if you have any questions. Hope you liked it. Stay obsessed.